I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY. I'm here to bring you guys the latest review for Belle Collective. This is season 7, episode 8. And yes, I realized that I had to do this a little later in the day, but that's because we had an emergency here at the house. So we weren't able to come on at 11:15 or 11:30 like I usually do, but everything's okay now, so I am here, okay? Hopefully you guys can hear the sound of my voice. Y'all know if you want, you can drop your side dish into the chat. Let me know what you guys brought. I have the lemon pepper chicken wings today, but if you guys brought anything, go ahead and drop it into the chat, and we're going to get started very soon. I do want to welcome everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all. What else? Take the poll at the top of the chat. I want to know what y'all think regarding Carrie and Tisha's conversation. Y'all know Tisha had to meet up with Carrie to make sure, to see what was up regarding that little rumor that she had spread it about Mike and Selena. So take the poll at the top of the chat, because Tisha gave some very interesting advice that she has not been taking all season long. So that's why I was like, girl, is this advice for you or for somebody else? But you guys go ahead and take that poll. Let me get my phone off, okay? Also, if you are interested, y'all know I like to share what I have going on. First of all, look at my brim. I got a new brim on today with a little feather. I got my skulls and my card in. So I trick out my hats. Everybody knows that. If you're interested in that, make sure you are following me on IG, because I'm going to have this available tomorrow. Okay, with everything goes well, tomorrow. So make sure that you're paying attention to that over there. But follow me on my IG page at DYANAROZAY. And what else? You see Alabama's in the house. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. I see Miss Sherry is here. Nice to have you, Miss Sherry. You said you are here with the stuffed peppers. Good, girl. We do need some stuffed peppers in the house. Listen, I don't like this color. Let me get my blue back up here. I don't know why they changed the color on me, but here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's see who else is in the house. Love it. Okay, and if you are interested in the lip color, this is the lip bar. Y'all know I've been showing you guys this for a little bit, but I do have a little icon that's either on your screen, on your cell phone screen. You can buy it there. Just tap the icon. It'll take you to the link. Or if you're on your computer, you can actually see, it should show up right underneath the menu bar. And these are the two colors that I am wearing. This one is called Prima Donna, so that you can see it. It's the deeper violet color. And this one is called Playmate. And it's kind of like a hot pink. And that's the center color. So if you're interested in that, you just double up, child, and put on whatever colors you like. Because no one should be wearing one flat lipstick, okay? Put on multiple, make them lips look luscious. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, come on in. I see you. My St. Louis sister is here, Miss Glow. Welcome. I see Cheryl is in the house. Welcome. And of course, Baby Peaches, one of my members. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, you can become one by hitting that link at the top of the chat. And I do want to welcome Baby Peaches with the potato salad and the veggie tray. Okay, thank you, girl. I appreciate y'all. Grab yourself a drink and let's get it started, okay? We are here to talk about, this is Belle Collective, y'all, episode 8. So it opens up with Tambra and her father. Listen, she said that her dad, she's actually living with her parents. She said, I'm living with my parents to help my mama out with my daddy because things are just that bad. And she said that as of right now, they still have not given them a reason as to why he was found unresponsive. It was thought that he had a stroke, but it looks like that's been ruled out. However, I guess doctors are telling them that it's a possibility he's in the early stages of dementia. Okay. And she said that they could see it, and that what's real heartbreaking for her right now is that her dad can see it. He knows something's wrong too, right? And that has to be incredibly hard. I had to deal with that, me and my sister, watching someone that you've seen all your life be incredibly strong, you know what I'm saying? Incredibly able, all of a sudden, start losing that ability and becoming a shell of themselves inside their own body is hard. But she said she has moved into her parents' house in order to help her mother with what's going on, right? So it's a surreal experience, but she's sharing that with us now. Anyway, Trice also comes over to visit Tambra, and they catch up on what's going on with her father's health. And Tambra tells Trice that she appreciates her being a friend to her. That lets us know that, they're friends for real. They've already said they talk to each other damn near every day. But she said that's a friend for real, for real. She appreciates her always checking up on her. And then Trice said, let's talk about Dr. Juice Cleanse, okay? This little rumor that was brought up by Shantae. She said, what's going on with that? Anyway, Tambra said that she just laughed her ass off when they first told her about it, when Shantae and Tisha came to her about that rumor. But she said for as long as she's been on that radio station, she's never, ever heard that rumor. So she's taken issue to the fact that they brought it to her. And she's also taken issue to the fact that when Shantae tells her the rumor, if y'all remember, Shantae said, the person who told it to me is a stand-up person, right? She's 100 grand. This person has never lied to me before. So I will take that person's word over you, basically. So she says this on TV. I believe the person who told me. I don't believe you, Tambra. Okay, so just so you know. But she said at the end of the day, that's what the word is on the street. And we're going to get down to it because they actually show us Dr. Juice, or whatever his name is, Mr. Juice Cleanse. We're going to see him at the end of the episode. Okay, anyway, Tambra tells Trice that Shantae is supposed to be Letitia's best friend. And this heifer is bringing this kind of mess to the collective. And she also said, let's not forget that it was Letitia just a few weeks ago who is basically saying she was about her peace journey and anyone could get it if you weren't bringing her peace, right? Basically, I'm on what you on if you're not bringing me my peace. So she said that she finds all of that strange, right? And y'all know that Latrice and Tisha are supposed to be on a better page. They're working on their friendship, right? But the whole entire time that Tambra is saying this about Tisha, Trice is nodding her hand like, bitch, that's exactly right. So we all know that that friendship between Trice and Tisha is fragile because right now she's telling Tambra, everything you saying about Letitia is correct, right? I agree with it without actually verbally saying I agree. She's nodding her head like, that's the bitch you need to check. Just so y'all know. Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Hold on, child. I lost my notes. Anyway, Trice ends up sharing that she has a second fibroid surgery that's coming up. And she also says that the doctor offered her a hysterectomy. And she declined it because she does plan on having a little Woody Jr., okay, or Woodisha Jr. Sometime along the way. I have not, canceled out having a baby. And Tambra says that she's had 3 fibroid surgeries. So she tells Latrice to make sure she advocates for herself because sometimes them doctors will open you up and do whatever they want to do. Okay. So she said, you advocate for yourself until the end. Even if that means like right now, going ahead and freeze your eggs, do everything you need to do to preserve your fertility. Don't take it for granted, because these doctors will do any damn thing. Okay. They're going ahead and submit to that insurance company. And she ain't lying either. Okay. So come on in. Come on in. I appreciate y'all. Hit my like button and share the video. All right, next up is Glenn and Letitia, the gift that keeps on giving, okay? So Glenn surprises Letitia with a massage date, okay? This is a surprise date. He tells her to meet him up at the massage parlor. Apparently these two, they don't drive in together. I guess Letitia be working all night over there at that Belle bondsman place, right? So Glenn tells her where to meet him at, right? Anyway, when she gets there, Glenn says that he wants to celebrate Tisha, despite the fact that he said just a couple of episodes ago that he does not like this new Letitia. I don't like her. Where the hell's the old Letitia at? And if this one keeps showing up, I don't know if I can stick around for it. This is not my thing. Okay. But now he's saying that he wants to celebrate her. He's trying to change his tune. It's interesting. It's interesting, even though that old Glenn is going to pop back up before it's all said and done. Anyway, Glenn says that he truly loves Letitia and that he wants her to be happy. All code for right now, he's up for the challenge, because that's all it is. He knows a woman for whatever the past umpteen years, 20, how long did they say they've been together? Was it 25 years, 30 years? That's a woman that he knows. And that's the woman that he actually loves. This new woman is just a challenge to him that he wants to see if he can break. And that's on game. Y'all know that. He's just trying to see if he can break her, because those two are used to doing a dance. They do it every time. And every time Glenn seems to win. He wants to see if he's going to win this time too. But Tisha sips on her champagne. She gets in her robe and things, starts sipping on her champagne, and she tells Glenn that she appreciates him setting up the date. She really needs to, a massage right now. Anyway, they do a little small talk. They talk about Carrie wanting to double date and stuff like that. They also talk about the focus group. How did things go? Tisha said it went amazing. And then she tells him about Lonnie Love being there and stuff like that. Glenn's eyes gets as big as saucers. And he's like, I think you're going to win in everything you do, because that's just your personality. That's who you are, girl. You know what I'm saying? You're going to win. She also tells him about Selena. She says, listen, Selena thinks that I'm the one who brought this baby rumor to the group. I don't know what that's about, but, I want to get to the bottom of things with her. Anyway, Glenn humors her for a second, and then Glenn says, let's get back to the focus group, because that's what he really wants to talk about. Okay, I appreciate you giving me all the extra gossip, but let's get back to that focus group. Was First there? Because that's what I really want to know. Tisha said, no. I told you I put him on a leave of absence, right? And then Glenn says, first he rolls his eyes like, we already had this conversation about the leave of absence. That's not even real, right? So he rolls his eyes like this, motherfucker. Period. And he starts sipping his champagne. And Tisha very gently says, what, Glenn? What do you want me to do? What is it? Which you shouldn't have even asked him that shit. But Glenn says, I already told you that putting him on a leave of absence is an issue. He still gets paid, Tisha. He needs to be fired. That's what you should do. And furthermore, you should be hiring me as your manager. Hire me as your manager, okay? Why is he trying to get so deep in her business is the real question. What's up, what's up, what's up? Nice to have you. Come on in. Anyway, Tisha giggles and she says, Glenn, you don't even check your own email. So what the fuck am I going to bring you in on something that I do for? I'm serious about what I have going on. So no, that doesn't even make any sense. Okay. Not to mention the fact that anybody who's ever managed someone before, I don't care what it is, an office, whatever it is, an actual person, that job is 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. There's no breaks. You barely have room for yourself. There's no way to manage that type of life. But this is something he's asking to do. Okay. And Tisha basically says to him, Glenn, do you even know what a manager does? Glenn says, a manager manages his talent. A manager manages his talent. Glenn, you're fired. Okay, before the job even starts, you're fired, because that's exactly what she wanted to see. Tisha just sits there and looks at him like blinking, like, bitch, you got to be kidding me. Also, this is just another way to enforce, does Glenn actually have a job? Because why would he even ask her that? Why would he even ask her that if he was actually still at the docks? Shouldn't that take up all your damn time? That's a very busy life. The job you have is very busy. So why are you asking her that? Is he at the docks or does he drive a box truck? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I forgot if he's still over there or if he's driving a truck now. Anyway, Tisha tells him, Glenn, that's not going to happen. She didn't mince words or anything. She said, that's not going to happen, period. Okay. And this is when Glenn loses his damn mind. Glenn said, every time I try to do something nice for you, every time Glendale tries to do something nice for you, you get on that bullshit. Okay. So now he's screaming at her for not doing the dance. I do something nice for you, Tisha. In the past, you used to be okay with that. You would do anything that I wanted you to do after that. Take a look around, is what Glenn says to her. Look at this place. This is what I did for you. There should be no back talk. You should be telling me, sure, this is the time I need you. This is what I want you to do. Basically, help me manage your ass. Tell me the things you want me to do. And she said, no, that's not what I want, Glenn. And there's no way then I'm going to put you in that place. Okay. She said, you're not capable of being my manager, and I'm not going to let you practice on me. I have real opportunities out here. I'm meeting with real people in the business, in the industry, who's helping me get on. And the last thing I'm going to let you do is mess that shit for me. Period, Glenn. Okay. And then she looked around and said, where the hell is the masseuse? Where is the masseuse? I need a massage right now. I don't know if this person had quit the job or what, but get your ass back in here so that this conversation can end. But Glenn has egg on his face and he is pissed off because every time he thinks he moved the needle just that much so that Tisha can understand that they need to be back on the same page they used to be, Tisha is still telling him no. I don't know. This is interesting to me. Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you. I appreciate you. Welcome, Dyrese. Nice to have you, girl. Anyway, that's where they are. I can't wait to see if Letitia is able to keep this up. Because right now, Glenn is doing everything he's been doing. Tisha's the one who's not letting him, okey-doke her, rope-a-doke her like he's been doing. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it yet. So we're going to see. But right now, she told his ass no. Even if I put this man first on a leave of absence, that does not mean that your ass move into my spot or move into his spot. And we all know that Glenn is going to kill any deal that Tisha has because he doesn't know what he's doing. And because at the end of the day, he's going to get jealous. He's going to get jealous, period. She's letting him along for the ride, and that's not good enough. So we're going to see. Anyway, after that scene is all over, we get another scene with Selena and Tisha this time. Selena asked to meet with Tisha for lunch so she can get to the bottom of these baby rumors because she wants to know, why didn't you not tell me what was going on before Carrie, of all people, told me, right? They end up small talking about Selena's wedding. Selena says that she's under a lot of pressure because everybody keep calling her about every damn little detail of the wedding, and nothing is getting solidified, and the time is moving fast as hell, right? Tisha said, your wedding party, the people that you got in your wedding party should actually be taking the weight off of you. You shouldn't have to do any of this, girl. Okay. So that's what she tells Selena. But in her confessional, she said, Selena picked the people she wanted at her party, Tambra and Latrice. So if they're not doing what she's asking them to do, if they don't know how to pick up the ball, she's going to send her prayers from afar because that's the most she could do. She's not volunteering for shit. Okay, that's her fault for putting those people in charge. Anyway, that was shade for sure. Selena also shares that Mike is taking her to Colombia. Y'all know he just came back from Colombia with the guys with Woodstock, and now he's going to take her back over there to get 4 of her teeth fixed. Get 4 of her teeth fixed and I guess whitened because he wants her to look her absolute best for their wedding. And he also wants her to take just a little trip before the wedding so that she can relax, okay? After they finish with that, that's when they get down to business. And Selena just point blank said to her, girl, you knew about this rumor. You knew about it and you didn't tell me. And I feel a way about it because Carrie, a person that is new to this group and don't know shit at all about me, really felt it was okay to say it in front of all of us. So if that's the case, knowing that Marie shared it with me, that Carrie has shared it with me, and you heard about it, why didn't you share it with me? Did y'all take the poll at the top of the chat? Take the poll, take the poll. Anyway, Tisha said, listen, it was a rumor, and I left the shit where it was at. That's exactly where it was supposed to stay, in La La Land. If I knew that this was true or had some sort of legs to it, I would have took it to Mike first. I would have checked him and made sure he told you about it. But I'm not going to come and ruin your life with a bullshit rumor. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know if it's true or false, especially when I went through that personally with Glenn. I already know what that looks like. So I was not going to do that to you, which was a good reason not to bring it to her, in my opinion. I mean, girl, I know you got other things going on. If this isn't true and everybody's saying it's not true, what do I look like bringing the shit to you? Especially when you're telling me that you got other issues like communication issues and other things that at the time you was questioning may not get you down the aisle. You literally said that if the communication issues between you and Mike did not clear up, you weren't going to get married. So why would I bring that type of rumor to your ass? Like, that's serious. I'm not going to sit here and bring you some stuff that you literally may not be true. What's up, Ty? Come on in. Come on in. Take the poll, girl. Anyway, after she tells her all that, Tisha also says, by the way, am I the only person that you're sidebarring with this bullshit? Or are you going to say something to Cliff too? Because he's literally the one that's responsible for bringing this rumor to Carrie. This is the whole point of this conversation. Selena says that Mike is going to take care of Cliff. Don't you worry. Mike is going to take care of Cliff. I'm taking care of the women, and I'm starting with you. Okay. She also tells Trish. She also tells Tisha that the next time there is a rumor of this magnitude about me, I still want you to bring it to me. I don't give a shit what you think, whether you believe there's weight to it or not. You still bring it to me. Because isn't that the principles of the collective? To look out for each other, no matter how big or how small. You don't get to decide that type of information when that's what's being spoken about in this group. If it's coming, if you heard it, you bring it back to me. And Tisha said, cool, not a problem. I will do that from now on. And I do hope that this does not come back to bite Selena, because this is some BS, right? This is some BS. Hey, BNL6. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, BNL6 is a moderator. Been here before, back again because my sister could not come in today, but I do have someone who is, backing my sister up, and I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, Tisha then says to Selena, how do you feel about Carrie backpedaling when you were asking her the question about where the hell she got it from? Because first she starts off by saying it was the men, and we had to pull teeth in order for her to say that it came from Cliff. And then even then she tried to backtrack, right? So she said, how do you feel about that? And Selena says that she do believe that Carrie attempted to share it with Marie first, and that Marie told her to shake a bone and get the hell on, because Marie had already told her about it. So she said that she did feel a way about how Carrie put it out there, and she'll talk to Carrie later. But the truth of the matter, she wants her to stand on business, right? Anyway, Tisha said that she definitely tried to cover her own ass by dropping something that's sensitive in the group, and that she's going to talk to Carrie herself about standing on business when it comes to the collective versus trying to stay loyal to somebody. Because in order to stay loyal, you're going to have to lie. And lying to this group is the wrong way to go. That's how Tisha puts it. So we'll see. We'll see. Come on in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button and share the video, please, and thank you. All right, next up we have Tambra and her baby daddy, Damon, child. They're taking a drive and they're catching each other up on family business. Tambra also tells Damon about the rumor that she's dating Mr. Cleanse, Mr. Juice Cleanse himself. And Damon got a little bit of a chuckle out of that. He was like, who? Anyway, Tambra said that the Belles, specifically Tisha and Marie, got her effed up, and that she needs to reintroduce herself to this group, and she knows exactly how to do it, okay? And she said that she wanted the baby and she wanted Damon to be there. Damon said he'll be there even though he does not F with the Belles. He don't like them. He don't like them. And I'm under the impression that he knows when he films with Tambra, anything flies out of Tambra's mouth, and he has to really pace himself with her. So he's like, I don't want to be around them Belles and they end up saying some shit, you know what I'm saying, that he has to defend himself with. He don't like it. So he said he'll be there, but he won't be there for long, okay? Just so she know. And she said, that's cool. Anyway, they get that organized. And now we get a scene from Marie and her son, Jay, Jerez. Y'all remember a couple of seasons ago, Marie had shared that her son had to spend some time in the pokey, right? I don't know how many sons Marie has. Is it 4? Y'all can put in the chat, 3 or 4. Anyway, they give us a flashback where Marie is talking about how her son ran up on her when they were having a conversation. She was trying to talk to him. And she said, he ran up on me, act like he was going to hit her, but ended up missing her face just a couple of inches and punching his entire fist into a wall that was by her head, right? She was telling that to Tisha. But now her and Jerez, that very guy, that very son, is out here playing a little basketball and having a chit chat, okay? You don't understand how to vote in the poll. Okay. Thank you, girl, for the blessing the channel. So what I was asking was, Tisha has a conversation with Carrie where she basically tells Carrie, I think Carrie asked her not to bring rumors to the group, that she was wrong for bringing the rumor about Tambra to the group. And Tisha says, contradicting herself, that with this group, you better bring it, okay? She don't give a damn what it is. Bring it to the group and then ask for forgiveness later. Something a little different from what she just said last episode. So I'm asking, do you think that Tisha's a hypocrite for telling Carrie to do the very opposite of what she told her last week? Or do you think that maybe Carrie should back the hell out of it because she's still a little, new to the group and kind of learn the ropes a little better? Do you think that Carrie is too bossy or nosy in the girls, business, because Carrie is coming in a little hot for some people. Okay. Anyway, who do you think wears the crown? Do you think Tisha's right, or do you think Carrie's right? Should she be bringing it or not? Okay. Okay, I understand, Ty. Ty voted wrong. No problem. No problem. Anyway, um, Marie and her son Jay, they play a little basketball and they chit chat a little bit. And Marie is explaining that Jay is still out there for the most part. She has custody of both of his sons. They live in her home. Those sons are young too. They look like they might be eight or younger, maybe younger than that. And she says that even though things are getting better, she loves her son to pieces. She wants to help him, move past his current situation. She's still taking baby steps with him, and you can tell. And I'll tell you about that in a second, right? But she asked him, what are your goals? What do you have planned for yourself? And this young man tells her that he wants to open his own dispensary, that he's looking for seed money to open his own dispensary. I'm assuming CBD or whatever, weed, whatever they sell, child. Anyway, the fact that this is a contradiction to Marie's business, she actually run healthcare businesses to help people rehab, that next journey after, right? Her mom is also an addict, a recovering addict, I think. So the fact that he says this to her on camera shocked the hell out of me. I was not expecting that. And Marie is so gentle with how she handles him. I have to really respect that. Come on in. I appreciate every single one of y'all, child. Jackie Brown, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Anyway, she tells her son, listen, I'm opening up my ninth healthcare business, child. This is a multi-million-dollar operation that I am running. And the fact of the matter is, this is your inheritance. This is your birthright. Okay, boy, you know what I'm saying? It seems to me that you wouldn't make things hard on yourself by opening up something new when you could have a turnkey operation if you're willing to learn the ropes and do the work to take on this business. All accurate. Anyway, she basically says to him that he should consider preparing himself to take over her businesses, keep that multi-million-dollar business going, keep the legacy that she's built going, if he's interested, instead of trying to open up a dispensary. She plants that seed instead. And he actually thinks about it like it's the first time. And I don't know, maybe he thought about it before, but things have been so rocky between him and his mama. Maybe he thought that she wouldn't be open to him being a part of it. I don't know. But he tells her that he is interested in it and that he'll think about it, right? And then she asked him, does he need a fucking ride? Do you need a ride? The boy don't even have a car. He's a grown man, but he doesn't even have a car. So she said, listen, he said, yeah, I had somebody drop me off up here in order to meet you. So if you could give me a ride back to wherever he is, cool. So he does not live with her. He does not even have a damn car. And this scene, that little moment between him and her son, let me know that Marie is not letting this boy run all over her. He's going to have to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of your sons. I love family. Family means everything to me. And I want to see you get out of your situation. But I'm not going to enable you any further. If you want to be better than you are, then you're going to have to prove yourself. And I said, that's actually commendable. I have a multi-million-dollar business. You don't. But if you want to learn the ropes, then you're going to have to prove yourself. Because I'm Dr. Marie Monroe. Okay, baby? Get it together, get yourself together, get some schooling, learn what I do, and I'll be happy to pass you. I'll be happy to pass you the baton. But if you are not able to prove yourself, then no. Then no. Okay. Anyway, yes, sir. I actually liked that scene. It was very, very important. Just that little moment of her saying, "Do you need a ride?" I said, "Bitch, no, you didn't." No, you didn't. He doesn't even have a car. So that's letting us know she's not handing him everything. He has to prove himself. And I thought that was real. I thought that was an amazing scene. Probably should have won the scene snatcher, okay? But it didn't. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the Pearsons and the Pauls. The Pearsons and the Pauls, they go on a double date. They are bowling together. This is Tisha and Glenn and Carrie and Matt. Anyway, Glenn can't play basketball and his ass can't bowl. He can't bowl either. I don't know if this was his first time bowling, but even if it was, child, on my first time bowling, I did amazing. I did amazing. This man picked up the ball, and before he could swing it down the damn lane, it dropped out of his fingers, okay? He's lucky the ball didn't go backwards and hit somebody in the head. He went like this, and the ball just landed, boom, on the ground. Then after that, it was gutter ball after gutter ball after gutter ball, okay? By the time it was all said and done, they definitely lost against Carrie and Matt, but Letitia blasted Glenn. He didn't even make more points than his wife. It was crazy. Anyway, I enjoyed it. Okay, keep taking the poll. So Tisha and Carrie end up having a sit down where they talked about the dirty rumor that Shantae brought to Tambra. And not only did she bring the rumor to Tambra, she doubled down on the rumor by saying, "Baby, everything that the person who told it to me, everything that woman has ever told me in her whole entire life has been true. I don't doubt it for a second. Your ass is definitely sleeping with Mr. Juice Cleanse, or that's your real boyfriend. And your man, who you want us to think is your man, is simply a sperm donor. Okay? He's a friend who just, happened to have wanted you to see you live your baby dreams out." That's real dirty to say to somebody, by the way. You better have some proof before you say something like that, because that's a garbage ass thing to say. Anyway, Carrie basically says that to her, to Tisha. You bringing your friend to say some mess like that to Tambra, that was out of pocket. Don't you think? Don't you think you shouldn't have done that? Basically, that's what Carrie is saying. In confessional, Tisha says, "Carrie, you don't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do, when I want to do, and how I want to do it, okay? So I did it. Don't ever question me. Don't ever bring your new ass into this group and act like you got some sort of clout over me, like you're going to tell me how to interact with the rest of these Bells, especially Tambra." Okay? So this is what Carrie says to Letitia, and Letitia is offended, even though Letitia just told the Bells at the last roundtable discussion when Shantae had her ass there that Shantae is an outsider and they shouldn't be bringing those kind of rumors back to the group. Carrie just wanted to let her know that she thought she was out of pocket. Anyway, Tisha ends up advising Carrie that she better get the tea out there to anybody she hears a rumor about and ask for forgiveness later. Despite what I told your ass at that table, this is better be the way you play it when it comes to this group, because we're cutthroat over here. Anyway, they'll be doing another reset before the end of the show. You said you don't believe that Tambra and her baby daddy actually have a real relationship. Okay, child. Well, you, Shantae, and whoever Shantae's source are, they actually is the one who said it, okay? Anyway, I told y'all to take the poll. We're going to get that result in just a second. After they had that little interaction, we get the men, and Glenn asked Carrie and Matt, "Don't y'all work together?" Because he wants to sweeten the deal with Letitia. He wants to sweeten her up on the idea. "Don't y'all work together?" And then he explains why. And both Carrie and Matt told Glenn to sit his ass down. Why don't you sit this one out, partner? Okay, let Letitia's personal business, her professional life, let that be her business. Okay, you didn't get involved in that bail bondsman stuff, and don't your ass get involved with this either. Okay, let her business be her business. She don't try to tell you what to do at the docks or with your truck driving career or anything else. So don't you tell her what to do. Not a good idea. We figured out how our piece should go, but it's hard work, okay? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm about to do the vote, about to do the poll. You said I just might have voted right. Okay, okay. Understood. So here we go. Let's get the poll up, y'all. All right. I wanted to know who you thought wore the crown, and whoever loses or gets the least amount of votes will become the clown by default. Okay. I asked y'all if Tisha was being a hypocrite. Was Tisha being a hypocrite when she told Carrie, I don't care what I said at that round table. If your ass get any kind of tea, whether it's a rumor or not, you needed to bring it to the group or bring it to whoever it is before it gets back to the group. Ask for forgiveness later because these girls will chop you to pieces. And or if you thought that Carrie was being a busybody. Anyway, 55% of y'all said that you agree with Tisha, that she just needs to get the rumor out there, bring it to whoever it is, even if she is a hypocrite, does not matter. She wins the crown. And then 45% of y'all said that you are on Carrie's side. She wears the clown by default. Okay. You said Carrie wore the crown. Carrie. Nope. Letitia wears the crown. Letitia wears the crown. Letitia Pearson won. Kinda. Kinda, because I asked y'all if y'all thought that she was a hypocrite, but she is a hypocrite for saying it. No matter what, y'all, she's still a hypocrite. But y'all said that you agree that she should be telling the girl, going ahead and drop the tea. Drop it. We don't care. Okay. Anyway, does not matter. Let's move on. We're at the end of the episode. This is Tambra's event, child. Tambra. My poll was confusing. You're probably right. My bad. I might have made the poll confusing. I think I confused myself as well. No problem. If that seemed a little odd for y'all, I apologize. Take the poll if you're watching the replay, y'all can take the poll in the chat section. But I think I confused myself, child. So you could be right. I've had a long day. My bad. Okay, listen. We are at Tambra's event, and Tambra has decided that she is going to have a mini museum about herself, child. She literally has exhibits that is showing her life from the time she was a child, her parents, all the way through where she is today, all about herself, because she wants Marie and Letitia to get on the same page about her. Okay, so she talks about everything. There is a picture of her as a baby where she says that, listen, this picture is significant because when my mama picked me up from the babysitter, my leg was broken. And so that's the reason why she is so protective over her own baby. And she doesn't want anything to happen to them. That's also the reason, or to her. That's also the reason why she's been very slow about introducing her baby to the entire group. Now that child is walking and talking, and some of them have not laid eyes on her in person. That is how protective she is over her baby. And I don't blame her. Okay. In your opinion, this scene was production telling Tisha to stop trying to produce Tamra, not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. Listen, this is an interesting scene. Let's get to it. Anyway, After she goes through all of her exhibits, she said, now, she also talked about her health. Let me put that out there. She talked about her parents. She talked about her health. She talked about being a cheerleader and where she is today. Anyway, after all that, she said, let me tell y'all my prize possession. I have this person in the house. And that's when she brought in baby London, who pulled up in a motorized Bugatti. Okay. This baby came in with sparklers. There was a fog machine. She had a little Teflon purse in her lap. She was wearing sunglasses. It was the cutest thing ever. Just cute, cute, cute. Anyway, Jamon was behind her, I guess, remote controlling the car. The car comes speeding in, baby. And when it stopped, little London pulled them glasses down, looked at them ladies and said, child, y'all seen enough. Where's my nanny? It's time to go. And they ended up walking her out of the scene. She didn't even talk to her mama. She was like, hey, hey. The mom was looking at her. I mean, the baby was looking at Tambra like, I'm not playing this with you. It's time for me to leave. So when the baby left, that's when Jamon said, that's my cue. I walked in for 2 seconds, okay, to stand in this little huddle with our daughter, and now I am gone. Damon does not fool with the Bells for nothing, for nothing. Only Tambra. Only Tambra. You said the baby was not feeling any of them. Not a one. Not a one. She didn't even show recognition for Latrice. And I'm sure that Latrice is probably one of the, ladies that sees her most, but not even recognition for Latrice. Anyway, after it was all said and done, both Tisha and Marie say that they have a better understanding of Tambra. They really appreciate her bringing out her baby. They get it now. And they feel like, it'll be better. It'll be better moving forward. But I don't know, maybe production did get involved and say, listen, get up off her back. She is a legitimate Belle. We want her to stay. I don't know. Possibility. Anyway, all the guys are dismissed. Okay. The Bells end up having their little ponderosa after Damon left. And they tell the guys, going into another room, child, have yourself a drink, talk about whatever y'all talk about. But Tambra wants to get to the bottom of things with Tisha. This conversation is going to keep happening. Okay. Tambra tells Tisha that somebody needs to slap the hell out of Shantae's friend. Whoever brought that mess to her, somebody needs to slap the hell out of her because she doesn't have a reliable source. And she does not appreciate one bit the fact that she spread that rumor about her and the juice man. She said it's not true. Not to mention the fact that is a client of my workplace. And because I never heard it and she decided to blast that shit on television, me and Damon had to sit with him and tell him what was coming on this show for him. Okay? Just in case this was a scene they didn't cut out. Now, when they showed the juice man and Damon, did y'all not think that they looked alike, like they were brothers from the same exact mother? They looked alike. So whoever Shantae had this, tea from, I think they probably got them confused. But did y'all think, was it just me? If y'all thought that Damon and the juice man looked very similar, put a 1 in the chat. If you thought that they didn't, put a 3 in the chat because they looked alike to me. Let me put my 3 in the chat, child. They looked alike to me. Oh my goodness. Not even a little bit, like a lot of bit. Oh, I said 3. I meant 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you thought they looked alike. Put a 3 in the chat if you don't think they look alike. So I thought they looked alike. Okay, you guys are saying, some of y'all are saying that you thought they looked alike. You said Tambra's a little sneaky though. So you think that she's sleeping with the juice man and then found somebody that looked just like the juice man? Because remember, Shantae said that they had a relationship for years, that her relationship with the juice man has been ongoing for years. And that the one she has with Damon is the fake relationship. Okay, y'all are saying that y'all thought that they looked alike too. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, they look alike, and I agree with her in her saying to Letitia, just in case, take this back to your friends. Somebody needs to smack because that was wrong how she brought that to the show about an actual client that I work with on the radio station. She takes her job there very seriously. So her pulling that man into some BS was a problem, even though he took it on the chin and said, that's cool. People make up rumors. I don't mind. And I don't think less of either one of you. But she did make Damon sit there, and he had put his whole hand on his face like, child, that's why I don't F with them bells right now. That's why I don't F with them bells right now, okay? Anyway, hold on. Anyway, after that, Tambra basically said that this better be the last time she hears anything coming on this show by way of any of the bells about the people she worked with. Her clients are off limits to this show. So listen, Letitia asked that Tambra step it up, and she stepped it up. Don't bring anything else about me and my damn people, the people that I work with, onto this show. That's not what this is about. And I actually agreed with it. The juice man is new. New where? New to the radio station? If you remember, Shantae said they had been in a real relationship for years and that Damon is a fake relationship. Annette said that she thinks that production is making Tambra show more of her life, or they're threatening to let her go. All right. Well, that's why she had that mini exhibition. That's why she had that mini exhibition. Anyway, after that, Glenn and the men are in the other room, Matt and Clifford. And Glenn starts talking about being Letitia's manager again. He already ran it past Matt, and Matt told him to keep his ass out of it. But now he's running it past Cliff. And Cliff damn near spit on the ground. He was like, okay, what do you mean you want to be that woman's manager? Cliff said, maybe you should ask how you can contribute as opposed to asking to manage her. That's not the way to go, partner, okay? Ask her things like, can you run an errand? Can you pick up her dry cleaning? Can you gas up her car to make sure that she's going to get to the location on time? What you should never do is ask to be the manager of. So nobody, not even the men, are in agreement that Glenn should be participating in her affairs. And Glenn said, oh, he said, you might, catch more bees with honey than what you're trying to do, Glenn. He went, oh, I get it now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll ask how I can contribute. Marie said at the beginning that her son, Jay, and his two sons are living with her now. I am confused. I didn't hear that she said her sons are living with her. I heard her say that the grandsons are living with her. But if that's what she said, thank you for sharing that. I thought she said it was the other way around. I do know that he doesn't have a car. So if he's living with her, it was real interesting that he got dropped off to play basketball. And she rolled up and said, do you need a ride? Do you need a ride somewhere else? Not home, but do you need a ride? So that doesn't sound like two people that live together. But, it's possible that I heard it wrong, child. There's a lot that goes on in these shows. Anyway, after that, the ladies ends up, after he took them off the hook, excuse me, Glenn and the men come walking into the room. Hold on. While they're in there saying that, Marie is talking about being on dating sites. She said, I am on this dating site now. In fact, I'm on all the dating sites. And child, I'm trying to find me a new man. That is when that is when Matt and Carrie say, girl, we are matchmakers. We get all of our friends together. So if you need a matchmaker, we'll definitely hook you up with somebody, okay? Okay. Sorry, guys. It looked like everybody is saying that they live together, that they live together. Confusing for me because she did ask him if he needed a ride. Don't know why she would say, do you need a ride home? When he was literally there with no car. So I don't know. That was just an odd scene for me. Maybe I heard it wrong, child. But according to everybody, Marie is taking care of all of the household, not just the babies, but all of her sons live with her. Yikes. Anyway, Marie ends up saying that I told y'all that they needed to, I'm sorry, I am really off today in my review and I don't like it. I don't like it. This feels a little funky for me, but I apologize to y'all. After they say that they'll hook her up, everybody on the cast, all the Bells said, well, we all can hook you up. We all can hook you up, right? And then you hear Tisha say, why don't we find out what her preferences are first? What are Marie's preferences? Now, normally this would mean, child, do you like them light skin, dark skin? How much money do they need in their pocket? How much do they weigh? What type of car do you want them to drive? Give me those as preferences. But you hear Trice say, are you open to dating a woman? And for whatever reason, this gets Tambra up off her feet. And she's like, well, baby, I know somebody who's dating. I know a woman who's dating a man and another woman, okay? I guess pulling some Portia Williams shit. I know somebody who's dating a man and a woman. So they're trying to, lay this in on Miss Marie. And Marie's like, no. And then they do a flashback of Marie with the Bells, and the Belle in particular, Tambra, asking if she dates women, to which she denies, right? I don't date women. But Marie says, I will give y'all a little inside tea, because I guess everybody's being asked to share more. I will give y'all a little inside tea. When I was 18 years old, I had a party of 3. And in that party of 3, there was a woman who, decided that she wanted me to see the stars, the moon, the sun, and the mountains. So she went on down there and took care of things, okay? But she said, I had that one time. It's not something I'm interested in having again. Now, at this time, the men are around the women. So the men have come back into the room. I'm not interested in having that party again. If I do have it again, it'll be with a man, not with a woman. And this got Tambra and Trice cracking up. I mean, they are on their feet laughing. I think Tambra is like, girl, we knew it. We said this about you before. And then the men are looking at Marie like, I know you are lying, okay? I know you are lying. What? Thank y'all. I know you are lying. Anyway, they gave her the child please face, and then you hear Glenn say, Marie, live in your truth. Live in your truth. Like he feels that maybe Marie might have pushed up on Letitia at one point. I don't know. But he tilted his head down like, baby, come on, just get it out there, okay? Anyway, Marie says, I am living in my truth, and I don't have anything to be ashamed of, especially when it comes to your cheating ass. So at the very minimum, sir, you can back up on out of here with that crap. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. They finally got it out of Marie. Marie said, I don't care what y'all hoes think. That was something that was in my past. I don't have to do what y'all tell me to do. I'm open to meeting a new man if you got one for me. Well, if you got one for him, make sure that y'all are okay with her grown ass sons too, because they sound like they got a lot of work that they got to do. All right. Especially if they living in the house with them. Anyway, after that gets all wrapped up, the Pearsons and the Rogers are left behind. And they seem a little off because, they were, broken up a little bit. And now they're trying to get their couple friendship back together. And Trice asked Glenn if Tisha has given him any yet. And if not, he needs to ask her to give him some because he needs to take the edge off, child. He trying so desperately to control Tisha by being her manager. Just going to give him some to break the ice. Glenn said, hell no. Feels like a freeze up in my house, okay? And he's making jokes about that. Anyway, Trice says, well, maybe I need to do this to Cliff. And Cliff said, you better get that thing out of your fucking head. We don't do that. Not in my house, okay? A man got two heads. He gonna think with one of them if he ain't getting what he wants at home. So Cliff shot that down right away. And not in a way to dog Glenn, but basically whatever Glenn got going on in his house stays in his house, not with us, all right? Anyway, the Pearsons basically say that they want to go on a double date and they leave the men to plan it. And that is basically how it ends, okay? With the men saying that they're going to figure out something that all of them can do together so that they can, you know, start hanging out and being friends again the way they used to be. And that was it. That was it. It was a good show. I'm going to give it a solid 10 because I did stay on top of things. I appreciate y'all. It kept me interested, and I appreciate y'all for coming in and helping me with the review. I want to give y'all my scene snatcher, and it's Baby London, okay? Because when she came in that motorized Bugatti, I thought that was hilarious. And I like that she had her little Teflon purse and those shades. She was just a cutie patootie for real. She was a little adorable baby. And she gave her daddy every reason to get up out of there. When she left the room, he said, I'll leave the room. So I enjoyed that. But outside of that, you guys, I appreciate y'all for coming through. And I do apologize if I was a little off today because I did feel off. Sometimes that happened, baby. We had a little incident at the house. Even though we got it resolved, it still made my nerves bad. And I think that it played out in my review. Anyway, let me see. I do want to thank Miss Ty for being generous and blessing the channel. She said it was a good episode and you hope I have a great weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for blessing the channel as always. I'll have my shit back together by the end of the day, I promise, because we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville on Easter Sunday. So make sure y'all keep y'all notifications on, okay? I appreciate you so much, Miss Ty. You said that it's a great review as always. I appreciate you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, you guys, and thank you to BNL for helping me out with the review, child, for helping me with the moderating. Anyways, y'all, love you to pieces. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all go out and get y'all ham or ribs or whatever y'all are doing for tomorrow, okay? Make sure you have whatever you need to feed your family tomorrow. And then make sure that y'all come back in because I got to keep up with these damn reviews. If you are off for a day, child, it throws you off. It throws you off for everything. Thank you, Miss Felicia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, girl. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share the video. You guys follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY, especially if y'all want to get one of these brims, baby. Make sure that you're following me over there on Instagram because I'm going to have the link up tomorrow, okay? I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next time, bye-bye.